Dry up your legs now. Yeah, okay. Good.
TSU Cougars take the floor at the Lufkin Center, a chance to get back over 500 in conference play.
Fourth leader 9 was at that game.
I'm tired of friends.
I never actually healthily dated someone, and my mom never been like, okay, but before you go on a date, take it slow. Like, never. So I'd be scared when I get to the point where, okay, I know you like me. I like you a little bit. We done went on a date. Okay, but what next? You know, that next part is kind of
Well,
what.
you know what? People need to court before they get real into, everything.
Yeah.
Come around you and y'all talk together and, before it get to the romantic part.
Yeah. That's like
so
kissing.
kind of get to know
Yeah.
each other and, because, in a relationship, it's a give and a take. Regardless of how good the marriage is, it's always a give and a take. If somebody don't want to take nothing, okay,
Yeah.
And if don't always be the giver.
Yeah.
You give and you take. You take and you give. And but that's something, and that way you grow into each other.
Yeah.
It's something that you grow into.
Yeah.
You don't just jump in and hop in. Okay.
Yeah, because I would feel like I have to be this first, and then that's when you can't like make made to feel like I can't grow in love with somebody.
Yeah.
I felt like that wasn't possible.
Oh,
so I'm a
but
little
it is.
nervous, of how it. I know with God I'll be good, but just that feeling of growing
But it's always best to get to know one another.
Yeah.
Talk and do things together. Go to place together and see how everything works. Because if it's to be, it'll slowly come to head.
Yeah.
And because that's what happened with y'all granddaddy and with me. I had to get to know him. He, like I said, when he used to bring Big Ice Man, and he never said anything. He never got out of his place with me. It was after I had married when he said anything to me. I had Sue and Boy, and he would tell Hump to tell me, don't tell me, I don't want to hear nothing that man got to say. But then in time, it happened, and it's kind of like, it kind of like slowly got together. And during that time, he used to drink. I said, if I don't want no drunken man. I just got out of a relationship with a man that drank all the time. I can't go through that. And so he started changing. He got, because he was on the wild side. And he started to change and everything. And so it was a growth in that relationship, me and him. And we was able to stay together until death did we part.
That's good.
And it wasn't always sunshine.
Yeah.
But it was that we had grew to know each other. And if he said something that I didn't like, I wasn't going to argue with him. And then if I, said something to him, well, what's up, so and so, and he would take it.
Yeah.
And if it's something that we were trying to get together, decide on, in the beginning, if we couldn't get together, then I said, well, let's think about it.
Yeah.
And then we thought about it, then we came back and we talked about it. And then from there, buying things and so forth.
Yeah.
And that's something that a couple should do.
Yeah.
You're going to buy a house, you're going to buy furniture, go in the house, you need a refrigerator, stove and things, Well, you know what? We need a stove. This stove is not with the refrigerator, talk about it.
Yeah.
Let each other know he's supposed to do the same thing with you. Like cars. If something go wrong with your car, you let him know. And then give him the chance if he want to take it to the shop, because those people, mechanics, they take women.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what
that's what you need a man for.
My car, he took it.
Yeah.
Those are the things, it's something you have to get used to.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you snap your finger, everything. And so it's something you get used to each other, but it's good to get to can use each other before you have a romantic relationship. And let them know in the beginning. It can't be a romantic relationship now. We just got to get to know one another. And it's time for you to date. It's time for you to date. Because I was just thinking, I said, when I was just talking to her, I said, look, Runty, I need to date. She need to think about us at her age now. I said, well, we all was her age. We were married and had children. And so, like I said, don't be where, you're going to be, and they're not thinking about, well, I got to be this way. I can't be like.
They don't think about that. They think about the moment and the money and the women.
And they think a woman's supposed to do it. Yeah. But
Yeah, they think the woman's supposed to do everything and bow
what they
to them.
want to say, what they want.
Yeah, and they can cheat and do all this as long as they making the
That's
money.
what because they making money. They feel like you're supposed to take that.
Yeah,
but ain't no money in the world worth that.
Nope, sure nothing. And I was telling them that me and the boy had just broke up because he was still alive then, and he said, you supposed to just turn your head. And that's what they teach the women to turn. If they see them flirting, you supposed to just turn your head. I can't do that. I be
because he don't want you flirting.
Okay.
Whatever you do, you got to have the mind. Okay, if he do it, I ain't gonna be.
I wouldn't like it.
So I ain't gonna do nothing that I wouldn't want him to do, and he shouldn't do anything he wouldn't want the woman to do. Yep, sometimes, they'll cheat behind your back.
Yeah.
Because Pew did, and I would never find out if he hadn't given me that gonorrhea. But that changed in next year.
Yeah, but what's done in the dark always come to the light.
And then next year, Pew got he just took him down. And we were together 10 years. He couldn't even get in me. And I told him, I said, you know what? I said, God, no. I said, that I'm a woman of God. And I said, I don't even look at a man any kind of way or nothing like that. I don't even talk with a man about nothing like that. I said, and you go out and you do something. I said, I know you're not saved. I said, but you know what? When I wasn't saved, I didn't be going with man to man. Yeah. I said, I wouldn't even mess with you. Until we, I just, in the time. And we start talking. And then from there, we built a relationship. I said, no. And I said, God don't like her.
Yeah.
Yep, 10 years. And he just would mope around.
Yep.
Things because he couldn't do nothing. Then, what you going to do? I said, what I'm doing now. Doing without. I said, I've never been that type of woman that be going for men and stuff. And all of my cousins that we grew up together, they're all dead. They had that fast life, going with different men. And Gladys,